selling and YTL. No merger, no consolidation.
I'm so happy to join all of our fellow New Yorkers here who are drawing a line in the sand. Drawing a clear line in the sand, saying that our public assets are not for sale. The attempts in recent years at selling property after city property for so little money, relatively speaking, and yet seemingly disposing of our public assets is not the way the city of New York can maintain our status as a world-class city. Take for example, many of our libraries. Some of them historic in the borough of Brooklyn, but in other places possibly as well. The city's seeming attempts to sell these buildings with the claims that these buildings are hard to maintain, they're costly to maintain, there's no revenue to maintain the cost of upkeeping these buildings. That's somewhat of a fallacious argument when, for years, these buildings have been neglected in the first place. Yes. And now, for the city to say that, well, we can't afford it, the maintenance should have been upheld all along, and we wouldn't be at this position where it now takes a significant amount of capital funding to keep these buildings up. What we should do is maintain the public investment in these very public buildings. This is not a time to be selling off city assets in Brooklyn or anywhere else in the city. And it's unfortunately not limited to our public libraries. The city seems to be trying to do the same thing with NYCHA properties, with public housing assets. We need to maintain our assets in the city of New York because once we sell it, we can never get it back. Let's hold on to our city as we know it. Let's stop letting the corporations and the developers take everything over. We need to keep the city in the hands of the people of this city. Thank you very much. Thanks, Senator Montgomery, Assemblymember Kellner, my colleagues in government, and soon-to-be colleagues in government, Yetta. Great to see everybody. We're going to keep up the fight, and I'm going to do everything I can in my office. Thank you very much, Sal, for being here as well. Let's keep the city in the hands of the people of the city. Libraries. Save our 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 libraries.
So, I'd like to invite another staunch supporter, State Senator Montgomery.